Hey, let's take a look at question 14 on page 4 here. We've got the 4 systems of equations, and we're asked which one of them doesn't belong with the other 3. And we want to explain our reasoning. Well, we start here. Let's graph them to see what they each look like. And so what happens, I plug these into decimals ahead of time to save us some time. There's our first pair of equations from our first box, and I see they intersect in the first quadrant. And then turning off my first 2 equations, looking at my second 2 equations, oh, I see they intersect in the first quadrant. My third pair of equations, it looks like they're parallel, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's probably the one that's going to be different. Let's take a look at our fourth box. And they all intersect in the first quadrant. So they all, 3 of the boxes intersect in the first box. The third box is inconsistent. So I would venture to say that the third box doesn't belong. Why doesn't it belong? Well, because it's inconsistent. If I examine my third box a little bit more closely, I would subtract 4x from both sides and divide by 2. So my slope of my first line would be, let me show this here, would be -4 divided by 2. It would be -2. And if I look at my second box, I would subtract 12 and divide by 6. So my slope is also -2. They're parallel. And then if we look at our last problem here, let me pull it up so we can see it. We want to describe the advantages and disadvantages of solving a system by graphing. Well, I think one advantage is it's simple to graph with technology. And since it's simple to graph with technology, you can see if it has an answer. That is, we can tell if it's inconsistent, consistent, or dependent. Well, the one disadvantage is we can't get an exact answer. If it's like a rational number. If it's a whole number, you're probably fine. Or if you only need it rounded to the 10th or the 100th, that's fine. But anything beyond that, it won't give us an exact answer, and we might have some problems later on. But it's good for like 80% of what we do.